seriously, the artist drew him as if there's glass in front of him, even though there isn't. And look at the rear view mirror. It reflects a perfect. They forgot to apply the glass filter too, unlike the nearby one.
What does this do? Is everyone ready to go on holiday?
Off we go!
She didn't even have time to start the car, yet it already moved to the right side of the hill. Here's where it was before. You can see their absence from this early shot.
I'm an expert at map reading.
Granddad Dog.
Look where they stopped. They just started off, and yet the background completely changed. Why can't the artist leave the things that shouldn't move alone?
Oil is gone.
Just two identical speedometers.
I'm gonna spare.
As if it never opened. But in the close-up, everything's fine.
Into the engine.
Do your blankets and pillows also fall from the ceiling right now? Maybe two beds. By the way, on YouTube this episode is in the same video as the previous one, so look at how the transition. This is a very opposite direction overnight. And
Good morning, my little piggy.
line is behind the curtain, but that doesn't excuse the last.
Good idea, Mummy Pig. Let's watch a nature program.
Where did he get this gray TV from? I mean, they really have a TV in the van. Specifically.
Oh, Daddy Pig, there's no...
Shush, shush, Mummy Pig. We can't hear.
Why is the screen of the TV completely black now?
Tree World?
What's Tree World?
Ducks.
Duckland.
There's a flower right between Peppa and George. And here there isn't.
George, love ducks.
Wow, the animators camera like this. Better late than never. And another inconsistency with the previous episode. Here's the but before, the blue button.
Welcome to Duckland.
Why doesn't Mummy go out? While everyone has sandwiches, he has to settle for just a quarter of a watermelon. Nobody does that.
Drive straight into the river.
Where did the exhaust? Pretty silly that the smart van didn't retract these fins back on land. Here's how a landline phone is shown in other episodes. Though maybe in the 2000s it looked
Daddy Pig speaking. Drop the phone.
even Daddy Pig. For example, the cord from the hand it stays just as twisted. And also small detail the animator forgot. There should be a basement.
Delphine donkey is Peppa's very...
Why does the shadow from the photo not fall on Peppa's hand? But no, it does fall, but a little later. In any case, I have a question about how this photo was originally made. Was it glued?
Delphine's train is arriving any minute.
Miss Rabbit is riding a train, and trains produce huge amounts of smoke when burning coal. And do you think it's possible to survive when in a narrow long tunnel, the acrid smoke doesn't go into the sky, but straight into your face? I think if you ignore the probably not. I wonder who would rescue Miss Rabbit. Wait, and how exactly will Miss Rabbit turn the train around to go back? Will she Although on the other hand, then smoke from the engine goes to her face, so that might make sense. Here you can see the father of this little donkey standing in the train, even though it's a rear shot. I understand but the fact that during a cheek kiss, the donkey's lips don't even come close to touching Peppa seems funny.
Onions and fruit. Where shall I put Delphine's luggage?
In this scene, Daddy Pig enters through the front door, but when he walks in, the front door is somehow closed, and he actually goes on the other side. And here's another shot where the chest goes through his neck. Why is the cat drawn standing at Daddy Pig's head level if earlier it was somewhere around her shoulder? And also look at this doll. First it lies under Peppa, then Peppa's right, and then Peppa's left.
Shall we set up Delphine's bed?
Judging by how much time has passed on the clock, she asked this question in 10 minutes. Strange that during this time, it managed to get dark. Pig presses the lower part of the light switch, but the upper part is the one that gets pressed. The animators clearly mixed something.
Sleep well.
Let's sing a little song to make us sleepy. Yes!
Delphine has come to visit.
Look closely. Peppa enters the school with the donkey, after which you can see that Becca, Danny, and Pedro are still outside. But when the train switches to inside, all of them are already sitting inside, and Peppa's only just running out.
Okay.
In this shot, behind the donkey, there is a cupboard with at least 6 doors.
Daddy Pig is making vegetable soup.
They seriously gathered with the whole family to watch Daddy Pig cook food. It's like if Daddy Pig boiled vegetables and call it soup really more interesting than TV. When Peppa talks to Daddy Pig, you can see there are no potato peels on the right side of the pile, but in the previous wide shot, there were 3 potato peels there. And later, the peel that Daddy Pig gave to Peppa also disappears.
Stop, Peppa.
Mummy Pig is now trying to seem very proper. Although in another episode, Mr. Bull was collecting garbage from his truck and it's invisible in the bin, so they don't understand. I also want to note that there was not a gas stove under the window, but a sink.
I put it on my
Compost.
Thanks for the demonstration, but this compost pile disappeared. Even though it was highlighted at the beginning of the episode.
compost.
A slightly strange decision to copy the movement of worms from dolphins.
I just wanna be part of it.
The tomato plant on the left has 2 trees, but in the next shot, only one is visible.
Concrete is
episode. An apple falls on Grandpa Pig from above. But how can it fall from above if he is standing away from the tree? There are no branches above him. Miss Rabbit's ears go through the car ceiling. I think for this reason, in other episodes, the rabbits drive cars without a roof.
It is home.
Where did Mummy Cat appear from on the left in one second? If she wasn't nearby before. She didn't even park here. And also, Susie Sheep bleeds with her mouth closed. Listen.
Home time.
Teddy, the play group is coming to stay.
Teddy have arrived home.
Mummy Pig?
From the sound of the front door opening, appearing in the shot, half a second passed.
Mummy Pig?
Considering that the distance from the front door to the kitchen is about 5 meters, Daddy Pig moved at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Pretty impressive.
With us tonight?
Really? Who's that?
Freddy Fazbear.
George is sitting on a chair next to the soda, but a few seconds later, and one more oddity. If you look closely, the background here is slightly blurred, but in the next scene, it is in perfect quality. What's the logic of the artist who did this? She even threw away her favorite teddy.
What you did was not nice!
And also in this shot, the books are packed tightly, and only toys are lying on the floor. Although 5 seconds earlier, a book was on the floor, and there were noticeably fewer books on the shelves.
Say cheese.
Cheese!
Here are 2 shelves with bananas that stand 2 meters apart. A slightly strange store design.
Very interesting.
This is the checkout, where all the food is paid for.
This potato clearly should have fallen out through those huge openings. When George takes a picture, his hand shines through the camera as if it is made of semi-transparent plastic. Also look at the weirdness of the checkout. All the products are laid out, after which Miss Rabbit enters the total. Apparently she calculated it in her head, but a second later completely different products are on the counter.
Daddy, look, Teddy Playgroup.
Probably the writers will say that in such situations, you just need to call him. That would be educational, but instead he will go and glue photos of trees because
When people see the pictures of Teddy Playgroup, they'll know him, and they can help us find him.
everyone will more likely start thinking that Peppa is missing.
Teddy's legs!
This loss of the toy is made ridiculous. And only later, it appears out of nowhere on the checkout counter. On the cabinet behind the children, although in the wide shot, it is not there. The movement Danny made should have been a bark, but the sound engineer makes the sounds incorrectly, and as a result, with the next mouth opening, Danny makes a double bark.
Yo ho ho!
Jolly good.
The point of the game is for the children to take all these bags of candy, but some of them are hanging too high for the children to reach. For example, this one is hanging 2 meters above the ground. Do you know how the animators solved this problem? The 4 bags that hang high simply disappear in the next scenes.
Put your life jackets on.
Granddad? I really like this scene. Mummy Pig takes out a safety vest to put it on Zoe, but she runs away. Look at her reaction. This money bag wasn't hanging directly above the subculture. It was slightly to the side.
Everybody loves chocolate coins.
The older children have a wider chocolate margin on their mouths from biting the chocolate coin than the This is a bit illogical. The width of the chocolate coin should be roughly equal to the size of the coin.
Just its shadow. Look!
Hello everyone. In this video there will be the best starting with the episode called
Mountain climbing.
Immediately I wonder about the safety of a climbing wall built on a mountain. If someone falls from the top,
Is it difficult?
Yes, but it's fun too. I was climbing a mountain, and I couldn't go up or down.
how can he stand on the slippery snow with that angle? The animators didn't even think to stick an ice pick in the ice to make the scene make sense. How can someone fit through it?
They came and saved me.
Oh, Dad!
It's a suction cup. How can it suck a Grampy Rabbit in from that far away? Even if it had a strong vacuum cleaner, it couldn't do that. So realistically, he'd just fall over.
We have mountains. We got mountains. We call this one Mountain.
The only thing in front of Grampy Rabbit is Peppa.
And you're going to be wearing safety helmets.
Then where did he get the helmets from? From his pocket?
What are the bobbly helmets?
You use them to put your hands and feet on.
Actually, you should only climb bobbly bits difficulties, while he